Describing Howard Francis.
Excellence, adventure,
Subtly intense.
Very talented.
consistency, I think.
Musical.
Very loyal.
Powerful.
And consistent.
Howard Francis is someone I came across really when I encountered the kind of the crew that was all around the London Community Gospel Choir.
How do I know Howard Francis? Howard Francis is a phenomenally gifted musician, composer. I would make up a word for Howard, melodist. Melodist.
Let it overflow. It's
Howard was always reserved and quiet. He was kind of laid back. You got the feeling that all Howard ever thought about was playing keyboards.
I see him as an incredible melody creator, and over the many years, his melodies are timeless and lyrically. So, a phenomenal musician, but most importantly, he's a melody man.
So I encountered Howard at pretty much at the same time I encountered Nicky Brown and Basil Mead and everybody else who was involved in the choir, Levine and Paul Johnson, everybody around at that time. So this was back, I suppose it must have been 1981. They were getting ready for the first performance of London Community Gospel Choir, which was, if I remember rightly, was at Kensington Temple.
Tonight, but we want to let you know Jesus bring you over.
I had a Rhodes, one of the old-fashioned Rhodes in the living room, and you could almost guarantee 2-3 days a week, because Howard didn't have a keyboard at home, he would be in my living room practicing.
You know, back in those days, amazing musicians. So you had Howard Francis, Wayne Wilson.
A guy called Dennis Barrett on the bass. There, Ronnie Jordan, fantastic jazz player who is no longer with us.
Nicky Brown, I think, if I remember rightly, was playing drums back then.
You had Bobby Clark from Paradise, and you had Joel Edwards from Canis. I mean, that was a 14-year-old watching Joel play in Canis. And
there's a guy called David Charles, who was one of the first church or Christian gospel drummers and played for secular artists back then.
Howard's great contribution to gospel music has been the standard of musicianship that he has brought to the genre, to the whole community.
Howard's contribution to gospel music is tremendous, particularly for the London Community Gospel Choir. He was the London Community Gospel Choir's main songwriter and musician.
One of the greatest worship albums, being a worship leader, is Power Praise. And the melodies of those songs still are relevant today because they carry truth. And the melodies have not gone old, they were that fresh. That's the power of God in Howard Francis, the gifted one.
I take great pleasure in congratulating Howard Francis
on his award for outstanding contribution.
He has been the wind beneath many of our wings. Congratulations, Howard.